was trying to explain the game to Rex, and I was realizing that it was saying too much and he wasn't understanding. So like I stopped doing that for the most part. That's why you don't hear me like whenever like anyone joined the party and asked something, I'd always leave it up to you guys because I figured like that's just kind of how I do
My
it,
shit was
but that's
glitched.
not how they need it to be. So that's why I haven't really
That's,
like.
that's what I'm saying. Though. It's not like
what should I have
at
for
the
my
end of the day,
next
it's
one?
not
On
about the
here?
institution because you're one person. You can't convince the entire
Oh,
community
let me
to
go
follow
back
that
to
kind
your
of
share
logic.
screen.
At
What
least
you
the
say?
people who act the way that you do.
Like these,
Right.
the inner way.
Also, on top of this, it's not about the action. It's about my bad, Shandy. I'm trying to but it's not about the action.
No, you're
Right?
all
It's
good.
about
You're
the
all good.
ideology. Because even
You
if
said what should
they
your next
say
one be?
that whatever they're talking about
Like,
is trash,
are
something
these a
that's not
good
really
one to
beneficial
have
for the
on?
game, and that they don't
It's
assist,
fucking
then
diva on my
That
asshole,
that all
man.
depends. That all depends on your play style.
What were you saying?
All
My
right,
Are you
bad.
going
kind of
for
need
a defensive play style, offensive play style?
a little bit
right?
of both.
Even if you don't say all
Like,
of those things,
more
right? The
offensive because
attitude
I like
is still there, and that's what
No,
people
not the
have.
new players. No.
No, I'm talking about
So in
like
the inner
I'm
ways.
talking about just as
Oh wait,
you
go
as an
back.
example,
okay.
right? So like even if the subsect of people
Oh,
who
wrong
Let
way.
me
say
see your inner
you
ways.
don't know what the fuck you're
Go
talking
to
about,
abilities.
right? Don't
Abilities.
say anything.
Yeah, go
At the
to
end of the day,
abilities.
a player's gonna see, ooh, big PP number. I wonder what that's about. Hey, what's your build?
All right,
And
go
then,
to inner
ooh,
way.
what
Let
is
me
this
see your.
shit? This shit looks kind of weird. Oh, that's cause niggas don't know what the fuck they're talking. You know what I'm saying? It's cause
I
Warframe as
have.
like the
Okay,
community as a
so
whole is divided in their ideology of the game, and
now,
that's what I'm trying to say.
are you okay
Like
running
everybody
without
has
evening
different play
snow?
styles and things, and no one can get along
You
and
just
say, "Ooh,
yeah.
your play style is different than mine," and that shit has
Okay,
merit.
put
It always got
steadfast
to be
You
devotion.
somewhere,
know,
you know?
Okay.
I actually, there was a person that I used to talk to that had just gotten
Oh,
into
let me
game.
see
He
the
like
other one you
speed ran
have
the
to
game,
the left.
and he was asking for my Gauss build, right?
No, I mean that
And
other one.
I don't use Gauss, right? So I didn't really have a build to present him. And then he got some build from
You
like
can
some
run
other
that too.
people. And
Oh
then he
yeah.
If you
saw
don't want to
me use
run
Gauss and he
steadfast
was like,
devotion, you can
huh,
run that as an
why are
ultimate.
you doing more damage to me? What's your
Yeah.
build? And
Yeah,
then
you can
I
use
might do
that
I
as an
that.
showed him
ultimate.
my build.
Yeah.
I didn't really explain much to him. But then he
Put a
showed my
secondary
build
weapon on
to
too,
some other people. I
so you
think it
can
was
alternate
asked
weapons.
across his server. And holy shit, I'm getting fucking picked. Please help. Malga,
Uh,
for the love
yeah,
of
let me go
God.
back to what y'all was saying about the whole modding quest.
Wait,
Yeah, I
hold on
find
one
it
sec.
funny. A
My
lot of
bad,
people.
Musha. I was talking. So this guy, right?
Okay.
He goes back to Ask across his server and tells people like, all right, he told some person like in that server like he showed them my build, and then they said my build was ass, and I was like, okay. And then like I just had to like drop it after a bit because he was like he kept on going back and forth with them, asking why if my build's so bad, why is mine doing more damage, and then on the other hand,
Let me.
like
Yeah, let me
it's
stop
just
you
shit
right
like
there.
that, and then I just ended up like just
Wait, right here.
I tried
I was
explaining it to
talking to
him.
Liz.
Oh.
What are you saying?
You sure it was your build or it's just a very well known build that
No,
most
it
people
was
use
my build. I
nowadays?
don't use video builds. Most
I'm
of
just
them.
saying, man, there's thousands of players on Warframe. You may
Well,
never know. Somebody could be using that exact build.
I mean, yeah, but then what was your point in saying that or
I'm
asking
asking you,
that?
you said my build.
Yeah, I
Like there ain't thousands of niggas on Warframe that could potentially be using your build. Hell,
yeah,
probably
but
hundreds at this point.
yeah,
No, but you're
that
saying
But
that
my
for
bad for
people.
cutting you off.
no, you're
Continue.
good. What
You're
happened,
saying
Naruto?
that. No, I was just saying. Like Liz was saying that he told somebody about his build because they were asking for it, and that person went into a different server and was like, "Is this build good?" And they
Fight,
said, "Nah,
nigga.
that shit's ass." And more to the point, Liz, that's like basically what I was saying. As like the community is so divided because of the many different things you could do with the modding capabilities in Warframe. That's why I was so excited, and many others were so excited for a modding quest, because that'd be the developers establishing a baseline for what they expect you to mod. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Please help!
for every player.
Bro.
Not you. The
My ears,
expectations.
holy shit.
The expectations for every player going in. So if the game says, hey, you could put this here and put that there, right? And this is a cohesive build, then everyone's like, oh, okay, so this is where we start, and this is where we can go.
Why is
But
nobody
because
I'm just
they
gonna
didn't do
say
that,
this.
everybody's divided about what to do.
Honestly,
with builds.
I'm just gonna say this and get this off my chest because I don't
Yep.
get why 80% of the people completely misunderstood the entire point of that quest. It was an introduction to beginner players on modding. It wasn't
think my
going to
mouth is
give them a
retarded.
complete
Why do I-
rundown on modding. The entire quest, the whole point of the entire quest was to introduce beginners to modding. It wasn't to give them a full No, it wasn't even the whole fucking explanation. It's just showing them modding. You know how to do it, the basics. It wasn't gonna give them a full breakdown of it. So I don't get why
they
people
kinda
bash
just
them.
said use
Did they
electricity
honestly
and-
expect DE to drop a full fucking guide on how to make a killer build for beginners, knowing they wouldn't be able to attain such mods early on? Like, let's be real here. That was
Yeah,
literally
I
the
don't-
whole point of the quest. But no, majority of the player base misunderstood that, and they hopped down there next. Which is
Yeah,
why I
don't
started
disagree.
laughing my ass off.
Yeah, because the DE said when they were talking about the quest that this isn't us saying, hey, put this together and this is a build. This is showing people how to mod in case you didn't know how
Right.
to mod.
It was an
Right.
introductory quest for modding.
I see
for
both
beginners.
sides because a lot of the arguments that I was seeing from other people on why they should make it a comprehensive quest guide or guide quest, I should say, is because there's a like when you load into the game before this quest, there would be a like you would have to go into your arsenal, right? And there would be a tooltip bar thing saying go put mods on your shit, right? Like Ordis literally has a voice line saying equip mods on your Warframe, right? Let's see what we got. Check your mod segment, right? Let's see what we have for mods. And then when you check it and it's empty, he's like, those savages, they took all your mods. So
Yeah.
honestly, I understand it. I get why why the veterans are mad, because they made a quest that holds niggas' hands through shit that they can infer by listening. Which means that those new players are gonna expect their hand to be held, and they're not gonna listen. And most of Warframe is just, like, picking up on the cues. You can't understand Warframe if you don't pick up on the cues. But at the same time, right, you got a point, Musho. What the fuck was DE gonna do? Hand them a prime pressure point and say, hey, do this viral and a little bit
like
of
that's
magnetic, and you might just kick some ass. Like, what?
Yeah, like that's the main issue. People complain about, how they explain modding.
Why is
Well,
my
the entire
tank
point of
going?
the quest
Okay, bro.
Was just the whole introductory, to the whole modding segment of the game, and just showing the beginners the basics of mod. Like, bro, they not gonna hand them galvanized mods off a rip and be like, here, put this and that on your Thornback pulse rifle.
Oh, my
Boom,
tank's
you
retarded.
good. They not gonna do that bullshit. Like, bro,
I don't
Like,
think
that's
they should
like you-
hop down DE's neck for that, but I also don't
You bring
think
it-
DE should have dropped that quest.
nah, honestly, I say it was a good idea.
Good concept. I don't think.
Yeah, like, I understand why they
It
did
was-
it. I understand why they did it. I just think
That quest was
that
intended
bad.
for beginners and for some
Yeah.
returning players.
100%.
That's just the veterans bitching and complaining. But now that I got that off my chest, let me go where winds meet. Because this AFK chamber is low-key buns.
This diva suicide bombing. Why the fuck
I don't-
does
I
that
don't
go
get
through
it.
walls?
I understand what they were trying to do with it, for real. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating. I just think that doing that was not a step in the right direction, because they've been making the game for